Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 15 of my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United. So I have gone ahead and played quite a few games off camera now in the league, and we've actually been doing pretty well. It's kind of similar form we've had, but teams around us, I guess, haven't been winning too many games. But I guess we did pick up points pretty consistently. After a couple of bad losses there, we didn't score a goal in 2 games, and apart from the Lowestoft game, who's a good team in the league, they're about at the top, yeah, they are at the top, as you can see, with Nuneaton's played an extra game below them, so yeah, probably the best team in the league this season. So that was a good form, or now, like the last month or so, last couple months of results, we've been playing some real good football. And actually in the last 2 games, I've changed my tactic up very slightly. Still playing the 4-4-2, but just have made some amendments, you can see, to player roles and things like that. Got offside trap going as well. And the last game was probably our best defensive performance of the season. I was really happy how we defended. Didn't really let the opposition have many chances. So we'll go through the match stats just to show that. We slightly had more possession. Clear-cut chances, neither. But yeah, AFC Telford only had 1 on target. Of course, they're not the best team in the league, but they were actually favourites going into this game. So their prediction must have been a bit higher, I guess. Why were they? Yeah, 10th. Media prediction 10th against us. It was like 18th this season, wasn't it? So, and on that, yeah, I'm really liking this way. So definitely my videos are gonna, I suppose, be this style, at least for this series, and probably my Arsenal one, you're gonna see hints of it, I suppose. You're gonna see it a little bit, as a lot of you who are subscribed to my channel now probably didn't remember. Very few of you guys would. If you've been subscribed that long, that would be amazing. In FM13, I used to do this style where, yeah, I'd play some games off camera. I'd have fun playing the game, you know, playing Football Manager. And I'd play in the style I used to, where I'd listen to music while I play. And I play about a month or something. Just really depends if we have crucial games coming up. And I'd enjoy it, and then I'll give you an update of all the things that happened, like I'm doing now. I've actually made a few transfers as well, both for players and staff, so a few signings. So, and updating you guys on all this stuff as well. And if there's negatives like this, the board had to reduce the transfer revenue percentage once again down to 35%. It's not the most crucial thing, but like we're not in a bad position financially, but at lower levels, you always have to be mindful of that. The board doesn't want you wasting money, even though it's always just going for the wage budget, like you're offering contracts opposed to actually buying players with a transfer budget, which you probably wouldn't do until at a minimum League 2 level. But yeah, what I was going to do next is to update you guys on the transfers that I made. So I'll go to transfer history, and actually first I'll do the staff, then we'll focus on the players we brought in. And this is a really important thing as well to update you on. Martin Brownhill, a head of youth development. We didn't have a natural head of youth development, and he's a region as well, so a created staff in the game. Generator, of course, with the region face, and he's not too bad. He was actually one of the best available. If we go to scouting and we go to, where are we? We're staff. Yeah, we'll go to staff, sorry. And we'll go to staff search and head of youth development and search by, judging player potential. The next highest, well, it was 9, but then his judging ability was a bit lower, 5. So I reckon the regions coming through our intake wouldn't have a great current ability if he was the head of youth development. So they might have okay potential if we get someone decent, but yeah, they won't be good enough to play for a few seasons. Just at a guess, unless you get a bit lucky. But he's got decent judging player ability for a head of youth development at this level, like conference. Is 9, and then 8 for potential. I just showed you is one of the best available. And why I did want to go for a region one as well, because that means he can develop. If you're unsure, staff can actually develop, and it doesn't even have to be a region as well, just younger staff in general, they can develop their attributes like players do. Obviously, they don't train, but obviously, you know how they can, send on coaching course and everything like that, but also they develop naturally as well. like mental attributes would with just getting older. So I'm happy with that signing, because if you go to staff, we didn't have the guy who was going to handle the intake was Rodri Giggs, who, yeah, his judging playability wasn't that great. Potential was about the same, but he's more of the under-18s manager. He's not more of a scouting kind of type who's going to, yeah, find those players, I believe, even though he's got, yeah, similar ability and potential, yeah, judgment, and he's even younger. He's 38, so we'll see if he can improve. He can be all right, I would guess. But anyway, we'll go back, and next up, we needed to get a fitness coach. The club didn't have a dedicated fitness coach, and the only reason I've waited until now, again, I'll go to staff and staff search. There wasn't anyone else available until recently. There was only one other fitness coach, and that was, yeah, updated now, because obviously you search by realistic appointments and, yeah, stuff like that. So obviously there's more fitness coaches in the game, but not many wanted to join us. So, and considering there was just those two available, I'm pretty happy. Wayne Richardson, he's pretty decent, especially non-league football, or around this level. Fitness 15th in a level of discipline, which is a relevant attribute for him, which is really important. That's 15 as well. So, yeah, 2 15s in required attributes for a fitness coach. I'm pretty happy that we do have that dedicated fitness coach right now. But we shall go into the transfers. But before I do, I want to let you know, yeah, we got available wage budget left. We've got a decent amount, actually, but I've made non-contract deals. That's a lot. Yeah, that's definitely more prominent this year in FM16. So we have made moves. It's not like I can sign more. Well, I could sign more, but it will affect the wage, because you pay them like when they make an appearance and everything like that. So please keep that in mind. So after the last signing, Kasitu, he was all right signing. Yeah, we made it. The next I've made that you were unaware about, and also Rory Fallon. And that's a method I've gone with in terms of letting go players that I don't really want, but they're on a part-time contract, not on a non-contract. You can actually offer them a new contract, and they would prefer a non-contract. So you offer them a non-contract, and then you can release them. I didn't do it immediately, but then when I noticed he got an injury, I might as well release him. So, yeah, that's maybe something you can go for, and I don't think it has a downfall at all. Like, yeah, if you release him when he's on a part-time contract with a wage, yeah, you have to pay. You have to give him some money, and you have to pay money. But then you offer a non-contract, and then you can release him for free. So I think there's no negatives with that anyway. But maybe someone will prove me wrong. I don't know. Either way, we signed Rico Gomez. Again, non-contract, you can see, very cheap, like appearance fees and all that. Goal bonus, he probably wouldn't score. He's going to play right midfield. Well, he might score a few goals, but I more so signed him for his upside and his potential to be a League 2 right midfielder in the future. Obviously, not great judging potential, but a good scout that had about 15 judging potential. Set about the same anyway, so it's around the mark, even if judging potential isn't that great. And of course, former Manchester United youth player, so a bit realistic. You had to sign him for FC United as well. League 2 potential, and he's 21 already, so yes, they'll push on a bit more, but we'll have to see. He's got some key attributes like his pace, the crossing ability, and long shots as well, not too bad. Passing's 10, technique 9, so he's got attributes in the right areas if he continues to get better. And yeah, don't forget, non-contract. Pretty good deal for him, for a guy that's only going to get better. Next up, Adam Nowakowski, who hasn't played too much yet, only started 2 games, but he's 28. He's a very tall player for a natural centre mid. He's 194 centimetres, so yeah, that stronger type, good defensive ability. I found, he got similar, at least, I don't think he's better or worse than the rest of the centre backs we have in the team, like 11 tackling, pretty good. So I think he can come in and do a job in any kind of defensive role if we require him. Even as striker, obviously he's not natural there, but he's tall, strong. He's got 7 finishing. That's only just backup. I just thought, he could be okay if you want to train him into that. But yeah, he kind of fills in if we need that ball-winning midfielder or a centre-back or drop back to defensive mid. Yeah, he comes in, plays a good role. Again, he would be on the non-contract as well, so only pay him when he does in fact play. Jack Phillips, this lad is a talent. Came through the Wigan Academy, actually signed for Accrington last season in the League 2, but he didn't play at all. I'm not sure the exact reason. I'd only be guessing. as I don't really follow League 2, if I'm honest. But yeah, we signed him obviously till the end of the season, so probably have to get him on again because he's on a part-time contract. Because you can tell these better players, you're probably gonna have to offer them an actual contract, not a non-contract. He's very strong mentally for only 22 years old. It doesn't say what league he's got potential to be in, but potentially be one of the best players at the club. Good player for Vanarama Conference North side, so he's good for this level, which is important to get in. And first team quality, as I mentioned, very strong mentally. You might look at his physicals are weak, but then he's naturally fit as well. 14, very high attribute for him. And he's done okay so far. Obviously, new lad, new signing, and he's only getting used to the setup here. So, hopefully he can continue. Then also, from our parent club, James Brown, a right back who we've got on loan, which has been an important signing that has allowed Dean Stott to push back to a centre back position, which is probably a bit better in. So he hasn't got amazing attributes, but for an 18-year-old, he's pretty good defensively. Like 12 tackling and 11 heading. He comes along, does a decent job. Obviously, hasn't killed it or anything like that. He's just helped the team. Like I said, allowed Dean Stott, the captain, to play centre-back, who kind of is not listening to a contract, but that's another story completely. And just signed right now, actually. You see, the month's different. It's signed in February right now. Dali Adabola. A lot of you guys will know about this guy. He's obviously a bit slower now, hitting that 40 years old, but he's an experienced campaigner. Spent a lot of his career in the championship and a lot of seasons. Look how many seasons he played in championship, and not too long ago, last season with Hull, 2012. Then he started to drop down a little bit. I suppose he didn't really make an impact there, but he's got that experience in him, and especially again in a non-contract, we only pay him when he does play, and it's only like 60 per appearance fee. And £5 goal bonus, very low. Especially with those mentals, he's gonna, especially determination. He's even got flair for a target man type. I'm interested to see how he goes. Obviously, a new signing. I want to see, I want to see how he goes. And we're working on his finishing because, I would like that to be a bit higher. So even though it probably won't improve, like if you're working on something in training, obviously that's going to translate into the game. So those were the signings I've made. So I'm pretty happy with how I've done. If we go back to the club and we go to the board, I should say, my job is very secure right now. Of course, we do have the contract to the end of the following season, 2017. So we'll see what situation we're at. Obviously, they'll be hesitant to offer me a lot of years because I'm hesitant to offer players a lot of years. It's just something you don't do at conference football. But I want to go to the confidence and show you how we're doing. And probably two of the most important things, the finances. That's something I always want to be in a good stead, because not just, to make sure it's all good, we're not going bankrupt or something, but it will give us a good budget for next season, more so the wage budget. So we go to competitions, and you look at the confidence. It's 100% in the league. According to the board, I couldn't be doing any better. And at the end of the day, that's all I have to impress the board, because they're the ones who's going to fire me or decide to keep me on. So I noticed a couple of people who said I'm not really good tactically or making wrong decisions, but I'm overachieving. It's not like I'm a top team in this league or something. As you can see, the minimum expectation is that the team avoid relegation from Vanarama Conference North this season. It says the board are delighted that the team is currently on course to achieve a top half finish in the Vanarama Conference this season. With the team in good form, we look forward to seeing the club continue to exceed expectations. So, as I said, the board and also myself, that's the other person I want to kind of be happy with what I'm doing. Like if someone says I don't know what I'm doing tactically, because maybe I change a lot of things during games, I don't know, people always come up with different things, but I'm here to obviously succeed, and I feel I'm doing that. FC United is a newly promoted side. Again, the expectation just to avoid relegation. Media prediction 18th, like almost getting relegated, but we're turning that around. We're doing much better than that suggests. Oh, that picture's nice there. That looks cool. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm happy with how I'm going. I feel I'm progressing really well, especially as that last playoff position is still alive for us. And we play against Alfreton today, so I thought they were a really important game to play. These are the important games. If I win, I'll only be 1 point away from them, and the two teams above have already played a game, and, well, I wouldn't overtake Harrogate unless I win by a huge margin. But, yeah, we're working away and we're fighting for that 5th position. So we're going to play this game here today, and I hope we can win. And on our recent form, yeah, you wouldn't put it against us. Only lost 1 in like the last 5 games. So yeah, hopefully, or 6 games, the last 3. That game, yeah, Lowestoft, best team in the league, so it's hard to beat them, obviously. So apart from those and those other games, we put in a good performance. So hopefully we can do the same today. So now, guys, here's the match preview for today's game. And I was just noticing here, this guy with the most assists, his picture looked weird. I don't know if he's supposed to be highlighted or something, but yeah, anyway, we'll move on. Much more important things. As you can see, Jake Reed for Lowestoft, absolutely killing. Big reason why they're doing so well and looking to get promoted this season. He's solid. Good finisher, obviously can take the pens as well, even though he hasn't scored any this season. Obviously, a good team he's at will be creating a lot of chances for him. He's got decent quickness as well, especially that acceleration. But he's not outstanding. If I saw this guy was available and I signed him, especially with 5 composure, I wouldn't instantly look at him and just being a player to smash in goals. So I'm really noticing you're going to have a good team, build a good team around you. Even Matty Wolfenden, he's almost in the same boat. He's not really training well at the same time, but I feel it's just really important to have that finishing attribute, at least probably 12, and you can, take those opportunities like one-on-one. So this is the team we're going to be lining up with. You might look, we have a lot of players, but as I said, we go into the second season and we release a lot of these guys. And I wouldn't be surprised, a few people probably won't think it's good playing offside trap with those fullbacks on attack. But yeah, it works well. And it's just experimenting like I've done once again. And I didn't expect to be the best right away. You create a tactic and you're going to be killing. I'm making adjustments. And that's the thing over time. And there's something I want to mention as well as Callum Byrne. I reckon we're going to bring in Jack Phillips, though, for this game. Jack Phillips. Anyone else? I think the rest of the team that played last time out, they did really well, kept the clean sheet. So I don't really want to make too many changes. So I'm going to stick with it. Like I said, there's no right or wrong things in football. That's why I think when sometimes they criticize me on tactics or something, it's personal. It's a manager's decision. Nothing is wrong or right, especially when you're overachieving. I personally don't think you can say I'm doing something wrong if I'm far ahead of the expectations. Like, I'm happy with how we're doing. Like, how could you complain about that? But back to that point, there's no wrong or right in football. And in Football Manager specifically, it's all down to just opinions and what you would do as a manager. Just because you would do something different, it doesn't make you right. Even I'm saying for myself, it doesn't mean I'm right. I do what works for me, and we show that. And also, we're going to do no opposition instructions. I'm pretty happy how I have it set up, defensive setup. But yeah, hopefully, I'm really hoping we can finish it off here and prove what I'm talking about. To get 3 victories in a row against a pretty decent team as well. They're 6, so obviously they've won their fair share of games this season. And they're in the same boat as us. Want to go for that 5th position to try and get promoted this season via the playoffs. So we'll go passionately, or let's give the fans something to cheer today. I always want... not amazing reactions. Like, one motivated, but one player looking stressed. So we'll try and go via the positional talks now. I'll say there's a lot more to come from you. There we are, boost some of those. And then again with the midfielders, I can't change that stress, but I'm sure Michael Powell's experience, he'll work that out. And then a lot more to come from you from the strikers. So not a terrible team talk as a whole, but yeah, apart from team talk, I feel we're playing better. Before the past 2 games where I changed it up a little bit, I felt, when you create a tactic and you just feel like you're not playing the best, like you're not going to succeed, with this exact setup, with formation wise, instruction wise. But with this one, I feel we actually feel or I feel like we're playing well. We look like a dangerous team. And look, we've got 56% possession, so that's a big part of it as well. I wanted to get a little bit more possession, and hopefully, yeah, we're showing that now. A lot more direct as well, and hopefully, yeah, we can score. We'll have to see with this first chance here. It's Beasley. He finds Ferguson out wide. Beasley. Why did the defender run away? Oh, lucky. Lucky. Very good goalkeeping. But yeah, sometimes those occasions happen. But yeah, I want to set this in place. Like I was going to say, yeah, maybe it's not ideal playing the defensive setup we are. Oh, but we may look. Oh, we could score. Powell, he's supposed to be stressed. And he wins a free kick. Well done. Let's see if we can take this opportunity. Brownhill, you know he's good at free kicks. Oh, we get a corner though. We look good early, even though they've got one shot on target. We don't, but our attack looked decent. Powell, Brownhill, he's good at crossing as well, but he doesn't find anyone. But yeah, like I was going to say, with the defensive setup, playing offside trap, I want to have this good defensive setup, and we play with limited centre-backs right now, but I want to change that to, yeah, actual central defenders once we do get better as a team, get better quality, but right now they just, yeah, got to focus, got to play a limited role because they're not as good, obviously, but I want to set something in stone on how we're going to play in the future, and so we can play a similar way. Maybe we'll change things up slightly, depends what players we have, their positions. But, yeah, just have that in place in the squad, or at the club more than anything. So you know, yeah, what you're going to see from us. And we're always going to play a similar way, like a 4-4-2. We might change your roles and stuff like that as we go, as I've done this season. I'll say, demand more. And let's see if we can create something before the half. Okay, it's Duke with the goal kick. Come on, win this header. Caminino, he does, but it's straight to Paling. Still keep the pressure on, though. It's Sword. Come on, close him down. Ferguson now. Ferguson. Brownhill, come on. Oh, good challenge. Oh, but again, goes to him. Thanoy. Come on, Brown. Well done. See? That instance right there I've been happy with. It's just those headers that go to... Oh, man. If I conceded that... Yeah, I would have been really disappointed. Paling. And I think those are the occasions when people say I complain or something or blame the game, just like the tone of my voice. But that's I can kind of tell that, I think, if it's the tone of my voice and people think it's like in a complaining kind of tone or something. I don't know if that's the reason why, but it's just because I'm so desperate that I don't want to concede. I want to win games and everything like that. It's not me complaining as such. It's just, live reactions. You would do the same. You're just not being recorded playing. Like, tell me do you get happy when you concede goals, or do you get frustrated and get mad at your players? That's normal for a manager. I would have thought anyway. It's normal for a manager to get animated. That's only normal. So I don't buy into that. Anyway, like I've said, we gotta go passionately. We don't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta analyze here. There's not a set option. I'll go assertively, and I'm not happy with the performance. Okay. Stressed. I'll just say assertively, you need to calm down. Okay. He's more confused. But, yeah. So, this is a really big game. Like, if we want to get promoted, we've got to win this. Obviously, our team is not as good as others. That is apparent. But we still have hopes. We haven't been as good today. I can admit that. We haven't been as good. And obviously, consistency for a team that's just expected to avoid relegation is always going to be a big problem. Gomez Dali. Especially with new signing now, I don't think, I got to see Mulrooney Skinner will come in. And then we'll bring him as deep lying forward on attack. And we'll see, what kind of change that she'll make. Anyone else? You see Michael Powell hasn't had the best of games. But I think, actually, Michael Powell's... We're going to bring on Callum Byrne. Actually, Callum Byrne, he's not... he's not really that best role. We'll go deep line playmaker on support. He's good creative. Phillips is just on that central midfielder. So, we're going to... He's good. He's good in that role, support. Is like fantastic. Best role for him. So we'll see. Usually I want to go advanced playmaker or something. But we'll see this mix here. Maybe a bit more creative in midfield with a deep-lying playmaker instead of ball-winning midfielder for the last 30 minutes or so, trying to create some chances. But if we get a draw, if we get a point, it wouldn't be a disaster. Obviously, you just see the opportunity to catch up, but it'll be better. It'll still be a good thing if we avoid defeat. And if we get... Oh, it's going to be hard, though. It'll be amazing to see that. Get 2 clean sheets in a row. That's going to be positive. But we're home here. We're at home. I want to be seeing a chance. And I'm going to be stick to playing counter as well. I've been sticking with that, even when we need to score. What I will say is, though, concentrate. Because at this point, like, that will be a big achievement for us. Like, I'll be really happy we can avoid defeat here. Getting 2 clean sheets in a row is a step in the right direction. Even if we fail to score, I'd love to get a winner from somewhere. But, again, a team that was 6th going into this game, not terrible. Jack Phillip, we can't take him off. We don't have another player in that position. So, actually, Caminino is going to be taken off, and we're going to bring on Jerome Wright, important player for the team. Maybe we'll put them on attack now. And probably, they're probably better in that. But I'm playing with the wide midfielders as well. I'd always just go for the wingers when I play with those wide... Yeah, well, technically the role is called wide midfielders. And play left mid and right mid. Usually I just go winger. And even wide midfield is not their best role. But I feel it brings more balance defensively at the same time. They get back a bit more and be very supportive. And it shows, obviously, in the last few games. We have not been amazing here today. That is an obvious fact. I'm not going to hide behind that. But saying that, we've been able to defend. This could be 2 clean sheets in a row. See, that's what I'm holding on to right now. I'm holding on to potentially, 2 clean sheets in a row. And then if they score out of nowhere, well, obviously I'll be pretty disappointed. So again, we'll go passionately and maybe encourage them to go on for a late chance. But just to make sure we're defending well, we're having the better of possession. Oh, imagine if we could. Ferguson to Sword. Can we defend this last chance? It's paling. I'd hate to concede. Brownhill. No way. Okay, I'll say nothing there, because like I mentioned before, people say, I'll complain, so I'll just say nothing. I'll say nothing when I concede. That's just really disappointing. That's really disappointing. Brownhill, at the end of the day, that's just player quality, and this is just being honest. I'm saying the truth, and you can't say that's wrong. That's just not a good enough player quality. We can bring in better quality players, better players that make better decisions, and next season we wouldn't make an error like that. That's just that would have been a clean sheet. We would have picked up a point here if it wasn't for that right there. It's just the decision making of players is just not up to the required level. So I'm not gonna get mad. I'm just to me that's being brutally honest there. But David Carnell was excellent, and it's disappointing to lose the game like that. So I feel, I think that's a balanced reaction to what happened there. So, hopefully, you don't see that as complaining, me saying that the player's quality is not good enough. For me, that is stating the true fact. So, we'll leave it like that. So guys, that will be it for this episode. I'm a bit disappointed that we couldn't get the win there. Like when I do a game, obviously I'd love to get a victory, especially when I'm playing more off camera. We were on a good run, but it summed us up this season, most definitely. We've won games, 2 games in a row, but I don't think we've won 3. And honestly, that's what I think you need to get promoted. But I'm not going to complain, because still what I said before the game stands true. Overachieving, where we're expected to finish 18th, and we're way above that right now. We're not going to get relegated. Not possible. I suppose if we lose every single game, but it won't happen. We're closer to being promoted than getting relegated, and that's a huge achievement for me this season. So, I'm happy pushing forward now. So, next episode will be the youth intake. I believe it's early March. So, look out for that. So, I'll play maybe 4 or 5 more games, or 3 or 4, whenever it comes up in March. So hopefully we can keep on right now. So now it's confirmed for sure. I'm gonna be keeping my job. You'd like to think the board are very happy, even after that loss. Still very secure, 100% on the competition performance, the confidence from the board. So yeah, I feel I'm putting everything in place. Towards the last episode, the end of the last episode, I put things in place a little bit more, getting a new contract. Having a bit more wage budget, finances are in a good place, and what I've done off camera now with the games and everything like that, which I am going to continue to do, I really like that. I really am enjoying it at the minute. So hopefully, it comes across that way. Anyway, I'm loving it right now. I'm loving this career and what I'm going to do in the following season. Like players I'll let go of, and players I can bring in, and the regen youth intake. I've gotten legends through the past in intake. So hopefully, especially lower league management. Hopefully we can bring it through someone with that. But again, drop a like on the video if you'd like to see more of this. And I'm just really excited what's going to happen pushing forward. I reckon second season, I'm really happy with the football we're playing currently, even though we lost the last game against a better team. I'm not going to hide behind that. They're fighting for that position as well. You could still see it's up for grabs, probably. But the higher we finish, the more confident our team will be going into the next season, even though a few of the players, quite a few, will be replaced if we want to be a dominant team next season. So that will be all sorted out. Hopefully get some decent players of youth intake. You'll see that next episode, and hopefully, pray for me to keep continuing on some decent form, to continue to exceed expectations, which it's apparent I'm doing. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.